What's going on, guys, and welcome again to a new video where we recommend for you the best manhwas that you can read online. Talking here about fictional manhwa. There are something about these manhwa that you just can't ignore. The themes of reincarnation and characters getting a second chance. It's just something out of this world. I bet you give anything to return as a powerful or wealthy person, wouldn't you? Well, what if you can start everything from the beginning again as a newborn baby in a completely different fantasy world? Well, if you can fantasy about it, we got for you the best manhwa list where MC is reborn as a baby. Hence, let's just get you something to read already. Number 10. Born as the daughter of the wicked woman. This is a story of a newborn baby daughter of a wicked woman in a novel. However, her mother is soon to face a miserable death in the hands of the main characters. Since the novel's wicked woman is now dead, our female lead is soon to be beaten to death by the people. Hence, the second part of the novel will begin, where the daughter of the main characters begin her adventure full of happiness. But we can't see our reincarnated child die, do we? So she decides to completely rewrite the second part of the novel because it's life that may be killed anytime anyway. Generally, the heroine and the male lead are the main subjects of the critics here, and the villains are subjected in a slightly pitiful light than they are usually put on. Still, we can feel how the story influences the characters to the extreme, mainly from the mother's point of view. Overall, I like this manhwa, and I recommend it to anybody that maybe regards reincarnation in the story is already a bit old. I can only say this to them: you have yet to read this one. Number 9. The Wicked Little Princess. Leona spends her life isolated from the world for 300 years as the one and only Fire Witch, until she falls for Rekos. However, after he betrays and kills her, she opens her eyes as the newborn baby princess of the Hessis Empire. Now, with her overpowered level strength and royal dragon blood lineage, she is going to revenge. Well, this manhwa is really great, with strong, smart, badass female lead with somewhat cliched but excellently implemented plot. Although it deals with some heavily themes like betrayal, human experiments, it will really make you smile the whole time and even occasionally outright laugh. Overall, the art here is really beautiful and goes well with the plot. Decent amount of world building, likable female lead that isn't the typical goody two shows typically seen in this genre. I definitely recommend this one for the Reborn theme webtoon fans. Number 8. Villain Duke's Precious One. Detrius in this story is destined to become the story's most evil villains, in a family where everyone maliciously wants to claim their place as its head, but somehow Anisha is worming her way into his cold, shut-off heart. Moreover, he doesn't know that she's actually a reader reborn as his new baby sister. No matter what happens, she plans to survive the story rather than live out her original deadly fate in this character. Well, initially it's just decent, though I wouldn't recommend this to people who love to read family sibling manhwas because it might just break your heart. But for people who don't have anything to do, yeah, go for it. And for people who are busy, well, just keep going on, because better is coming. Overall, it's just a typical manhwa where the MC is reborn as a baby and takes care of said character with the use of knowledge that she has from reading the story before. The characters are well presented and the art and the story generally are decent, so just give it a try. The Black Mage who reincarnated after 66,666 years. This manhwa is centered around Diablo Volpir. He is now in the body of a newborn baby, Jamie Welton, 9 years after he was defeated and sealed away in a battle against 12 gods. He's left with only a fraction of power he once had as the powerful Dark Mage. Now, with the new loving family and peaceful environment he is surrounded by, Jamie plans to exact revenge against the 12 gods that had sealed him away. Overall, this one is really pretty good. The main character is really interesting. Moreover, the art is especially good and fits perfectly with the plot. The few characters that have been introduced have personalities that are unusual for this type of manhwa, and the story seems really promising, so definitely worth reading. Number 6. The Twins' New Life. This manhwa is about a normal twins going to high school like any other twins. However, they lost their life to a sudden accident and their second life as twins begin. And so they live inside an abandoned palace along with an abusive mother and a cold-hearted emperor as a father. But on their 5th birthday, the king suddenly wants to see his children. Why suddenly? Well, we can only trust ourselves, initiate the twins project to survive the palace. This story is really interesting mostly because the main characters are twins and one of them is a boy. The art is nice and its style is really pretty, and all the characters are just drawn beautifully. Hence, this is still decent enough to give it some time without being biased, and I'm pretty sure you will enjoy it. Number 5. The Beloved Little Princess. This manhwa is about a woman who was a prominent Archimage and pretty much already royalty as she is ruling the magic kingdom of Arcus alongside 2 others. Due to an unexpected spell, she ends up being reincarnated in the body of Princess Initia Rodgo Hyperion. For centuries, the royal family had tried to have a 3rd child, but always failed until the birth of Princess Initia. This webtoon is adorable and funny at the same time, with an interesting plot to it. Overprotective father and mother is just too fun to see how they react to their princess getting herself into difficult situations. Overall, this manhwa is easy to read and incredibly entertaining. The art is quite lovely and the characters hilarious and infuriating all in one. And the story itself is just too much fun, so definitely give this one a go. Number 4. Daughter of the Emperor. And so her life begins with a ridiculously long name. So ridiculous and long that I can't even spell it. Anyway, born as a baby to a royalty and the center of attention, all because of one dangerous man, the veritably insane tyrant king, ruthless conqueror of 10 empires, the nightmare of all continents, and surprisingly her father. And now we have to wait, read, and just see if she's able to survive this maniac. You have to appreciate the story and the development between the father and daughter, and how it progresses after all. Moreover, the story is really simple but entertaining and the art is really good. It's not breathtaking, but it has a lot of charm most manhwas lack. Overall, if you are too much into isekai webtoons, this manhwa where MC is reborn as a baby is probably the best you'll ever read. Number 3. Lady Baby. This is yet another amazing manhwa where the main character is reborn as a baby. Coleop's family die one by one in a series of tragedies. Just when she had given all hopes, a mysterious woman grants Coleop's a second chance at life. Little did she know that the chance would actually start from the birth. Now stuck as an adult in a child's body, Coleop's must uncover the conspiracy behind the death of her family and use her memories of the past to change the future, all while learning how to walk and talk. Who said being a baby was all naps and diaper changes? Overall, I am pretty sure you will love this one. I'm just saying it because I enjoyed it myself, and the only thing I need to tell you is that you need to get yourself a cup of tea or a cup of coffee alongside reading this Rebirth amazing manhwa. Number 2. Into the Light once again. The story of this manhwa begins with the main female lead being unjustly accused of committing a heinous crime against the royal family and is then executed for treason. She is now reincarnated as the princess of the neighboring empire with a lot of extra skills and a family that actually loves her for who she is. Wholesome family fluffs so far, and the author is currently laying the groundwork for all the characters' relationships with each other and the world at large. We're starting to see the traces of the future male leads and the possible buffs the female lead will acquire. Therefore, I can promise you will be entertained in this manhwa. You will have a full cup of emotion, guys, so the choice is yours. You drink as much as you need. Number 1. Who Made Me a Princess? I really liked this story at first because it was just intriguing. You put yourself in her shoes and you imagine what it's like trying to avoid getting killed by your father, the emperor. The story takes its time and you just root for the main character while wanting her father to die. Moreover, the story is interesting even when she is just a baby, unlike the Emperor's daughter, and she is actually interesting and her goals are great. It also has an interesting and planned land plot and well-paced character development. The art is absolutely beautiful, and even on its more lacking panels, it is just well put together. The scenes, the character design, the color schemes are so nicely done that reading the boring parts of the story seems really interesting. The characters seem like actual characters with their own thoughts and reasoning. They all have the motivation and their action tend to back this up. They develop through the story quite naturally, and there are ups and downs for most of them. And the best thing among all of this is that it only has 3 chapters where the main character is a baby, so it's definitely worth trying. There you have it, a complete list of the top 10 manhwa where the main character is reborn as a baby. You know what that means? If you like this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel, and of course give us a comment, because that not only helps us to grow as a channel but also give us a better understanding of what to give you next. Arigato for watching and see you on the next one.